Are going to get a reprieve from the dry conditions with some much needed rainfall over the next several days. Let's take a quick look at the tropics. We had mentioned to Dahlia at the top of our newscast a post-tropical system, as the convection, the thunderstorms are nowhere near the center. However, the expectation is that it could try and redevelop into a tropical storm as it eventually just kind of follows behind what will then be the remnants of Franklin. Remember Gert? It actually became a tropical system in mid-August. It was no longer a named system August 22nd, and the remnants of it are still kind of hanging around. We also saw tropical depression upgraded to tropical storm Jose. That's not going to do absolutely anything. And then also one area that is near the Cabo Verde Islands with a high chance of developing. The next name now is Katia, and a wave that will eventually emerge off of Africa with a low chance of development. Thankfully, computer models, and I just looked at the updated Euro, they are not really hinting at anything in the Gulf of Mexico through mid-September. Now, September is the busiest month for hurricanes, now including southeast Louisiana. Looking at all September storms within 50 miles of New Orleans, we had 23. This is going back when the record started in 1850, and you'll notice most of those storms are kind of homegrown. They develop in the Gulf of Mexico or into the Caribbean. Now, as I widened our search of 100 miles within New Orleans, kind of the same thing. Now, we've obviously increased that number to 49 storms, but most are the ones that develop near shore or in the Gulf or in the Caribbean. So usually this time of the year, while it's very active elsewhere in the basin, we tend to keep it a little bit closer to the Gulf of Mexico for any possible development. And as I said, the models that have been doing a fairly good job of sniffing these type of events out early on keep us quiet for the next several weeks, putting us past the peak of the season on September 10th. Let's hope that is the case. We do have a few showers now finally showing up on radar, and that will start moving inland more so during the day tomorrow. This is all thanks to an upper disturbance which is off to our west. Already some coastal and Bayou Parish showers, even a few thunderstorms in parts of Terrebonne Parish. And here is the culprit. Now, this is very much embedded within dry air, but that is starting to change. We're already starting to see that moisture come back, and this is showing the instability from that upper low. That's going to keep our rain chances on the high side through the entire holiday weekend. I know Labor Day, kind of the unofficial end to summer, the last big weekend to go out and do something, but our rain chances, while not a washout, will definitely be on the higher side and much needed. May start to get into that rainfall late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Again, not a washout, but depending upon where the showers develop, could be kind of a wet commute for the start of the day, likely throughout much of the day, not just constant, but certainly on and off showers and thunderstorms. We will continue to keep that chance on the higher side for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as well. We need the rain. Unfortunately, with that moisture surging back in, that also means we're getting rid of the drier air. And while it was still hot today, the humidity has not been bad. Dew points in the 50s, lower 60s, but back into the 70s down toward the coast, and all dew point readings will be increasing through the night. At the moment, though, we've got kind of this high and mid-level cloudiness around, still at 94 degrees, so we're still running above our normal high, and that'll continue to be the case into next week. But for this weekend, with the increase in cloud cover and rainfall, it should help to actually keep our temperatures down a bit. 90 degrees our high tomorrow. Really, our high temperatures depending upon solely when and where the showers and clouds start. If they get early on in the day, it might prevent us from getting into the 90s. If it's not until later in the afternoon, some spots will probably get into the 90s. Upper 80s, as I think we'll see mostly cloudy skies through the weekend, and low 90s by Monday. We're back into the heat and mostly dry conditions continuing through the end of next week.
And Chris Franklin, thank you. It felt spectacular.